Yep. Gene faxed us. Now, this is the other thing I was talking about wanting to look into. Maybe we'll do it. So, throughout the rest of your adventure, Gene will fax you and say, hey, well, I'm not going to tell you what it says yet. We'll read the fax, but this is the other thing that might end up getting shoved into these episodes, especially since the rest of the motorcycle stuff is going to be pretty short from here on out. And we no longer have other shit to do. So, let's start by reading the faxes. K. If you've come this far, then allow me to congratulate you on clearing the game. You're the first human ever to manage to clear 2 Death Drive games, and honestly, I'm pretty surprised. I've been sending these over and over, hoping that you'll give up and turn back. But the fact that I'm about to run out of paper apparently means that you have no intention of doing so. In that case, hopefully telling you who I am will provide my message with a bit more authority. My name is Clark. I'm Dr. Juvenile's lover. What comes after clearing these games is nothing short of a tragedy for the entire human race. I just pray that you don't end up becoming the one to pull the trigger on this tragedy. God bless America. Okay. I'm currently in a dark, wide open place. It seems really high up. I can't see the bottom when I look down. It's like looking down to the abyss. I can feel something looking back at me. I'm completely lost. Please come for me quickly. So, this is what happens. Now, the clue is that she's inside Electric Thunder Tiger 2, and you're supposed to find her. I've never done this before because I thought she was talking about something else, and I didn't understand that. But I want to go ahead and try it, and just see what happens when we do it. So I'm going to see, and we'll see if it's even worth it. Let's look and find where Gene is. So, yeah, I haven't shown this yet, but here's the menu. I'm just going to show you real quick to start, because it's not quite what I thought. I thought it would just meant you have to restart the entire thing, but apparently you don't have to. So when you boot up the game, it gives you an option on where you'd like to start from. That's pretty helpful. The one it recommends is number 2. Hi, Gene! Now, little recap for you. The second toilet will bring you to the desert area. Basically, you just go along this path, everything as normal, and then after the spinny rooms, you know, the Deathahedron where you spin them, you go north, and then right down here is south. So everything is linear until, ouch, this point, and then we find Gene and Bug Extra, who we couldn't talk to before, but now apparently we can. Grandpa's words of wisdom. Are you brave enough to eat poison? I'm not, because I want to keep living. I want to burn the image of my family's faces into my retinas still till the moment I die. So don't forget, most restaurant chains are poison. I think I'm hearing meowing, and I'm not sure if that's Gene or if that's one of my cats in the background. I don't think it would be. Okay, so we save Gene. And that's it, apparently. Also, I don't necessarily think it's the worst idea because this gives us EXP that we can use to level up, so now we're better. But I'm not so sure what that did. Oh yeah, we do have the F91 chip. And I think this 00 performs a quick dash. F91 creates doppelganger to draw on enemies. That's not a bad one. I mean, I'm not going to say it's bad, but I'm going to say it's one I don't really care about. This I'm unsure of. I've never messed with something. I assume that's what Gene just gave us? Oh, wow. And it recharges super quickly, too. Okay. We can hang on to it for a moment. But after you find Gene, you're good to go. You can leave, Donkey Kong Country style. Okay, now I don't know if she actually gave us the dash attack or not, but it does say straight up that saving Jean does have rewards. I see the reward for saving her. I also don't see her now, and I remember that being a thing where it was like, okay, well, where's Jean? And then that was when we got the facts, and I was like, oh, okay, I guess she just disappears. But she's not, I don't see her now, so I'm not sure. Jean. Okay, in other words, all that's left is just this. Let's go, Jean. Wait a second. Go where exactly? By the way, this dialogue happens whether you go find Jean or not, by the way. This has nothing to do with those missions. It still does this as if you did it. It doesn't matter, basically. To find the death balls. Is that a problem? So, we're doing this like a visual novel, huh? There's no reason not to. Them's the rules. Rules are meant to be broken. Didn't they teach you that in school? That's just common sense, even for cats. So what's your problem? Come on, spill your brains. This bike just won't stop. The death balls await are out past the wind. I can't read, apparently. Listen up, Travis. Most of these gamers bought this game expecting a goddamn action game. So they don't want a buttload of text. Get it? Hold up. So what am I supposed to do? What, you worried about our Metascore? You scared of the gamer reviews? If that's how you feel about it, then quit. Seriously? You're cool with just ending the series here? Just scrap up the plans to the big old number 3? If you're fine with that, then go ahead. The Travis Strikes Back Digest. Coffee and Donuts was an original title for the Death Drive Mark II. A collaboration between Juvenile and Natsume. Natsume was a famous Taiwanese game creator. Juvenile was a huge fan of his SRPGs. They began the project after she sent him fan mail. Natsume's most famous title was Eternal Organic Battle. The balance between story and gameplay was perfect. Natsume sent over his storyline. A group of revolutionaries battle against the corrupt politicians. They send smarts in guerrilla tactics to fight against the government. The story of the resistance. They say Natsume's brilliant story made Juvenile cry. Anyway, I go and meet with a hardcore Natsume fanboy. A Natsume fanboy might have coffee and donuts. Fanboys talk, like, a lot. I sat through 2 hours of Natsume fanboy talk. Finally, I was able to ask about the death ball. I find out that the Texas Bronco Donuts chain purchased coffee and donuts in an auction. I receive an invitation to the Texas Bronco. They send me to the owner's room. It's a really plump, pimped out, luxurious room. Rich people have class. The furniture is all Casina? I don't know what that means. The rug is Persian. We give a toast with scotch. Turns out the owner knows me. Apparently, he'd seen my assassins raking fights on pay-per-view. He paid $3 million per fight. The championship fight cost $10 million. The United Assassins Association made crazy bank. So anyway, it turned out he was a fan of mine. He brings the death ball out from a hidden room. He said He wanted to make Batman's dream come true. What? Why does he even know that Why does he even know that, dickhead? Turns out, when Batman played for the Astros, the owner had been a famous pitcher and Batman's teammate. Blew out his shoulder 3 seasons in and retired. He tells me Batman was a great catcher. I don't give a shit. He had an amazing arm. Must have with that swing and all. Finally, the owner tells me his name. Nigel McAllister. The legendary pitcher. I'm a huge McAllister fan. Gene and I take the death ball and head home. Let's go, Gene. How was that? Nice one. Just the right amount of text. Your Metascore just went up 5 points. For reals? I don't know. I'll kill you. Let's go home, Travis. Batman's waiting. So yeah, monumentally shorter than the last one. And I noticed it. It's so weird because it doesn't make sense. Like, I've had this happen before, but for whatever reason, the Travis Strikes Back section that we just covered, that video had really strange audio for that point where it kind of desynced itself, but when I was, editing it, it was perfectly fine, and then rendering it, it wasn't, and it's like, I've messed with that kind of issue before, and it doesn't exactly get fixed, so if that does happen again, like, I apologize. I hate that kind of shit, but at the same time, it's also like, well, who the fuck cares? Who the fuck's gonna watch it? So, I don't know, it's that argument of fighting that thing, and it makes absolutely no sense. But I do think it has something to do with the way it switched. I think it was actually No More Heroes 2 had the same issue when I'd play the retro games. And it doesn't make any fucking sense for it to just magically decide it's something different and have difficulties recording it, but I swear to God that happens. And I don't know why, but I swear that happens. I'm pretty sure it was No More Heroes 2. Anyway, that's it. Next up, coffee and donuts. Here's, I guess, a difference on what more to expect for these intermission parts. Some of them might be short, and if they are, fuck it, I don't care. So, see you guys next time. It's JC4R.